There are 4 huge changes coming to Nashville, Tennessee. So if you're thinking about moving to Nashville, Tennessee, buying a home in Nashville, Tennessee, or at least coming to even see Nashville, Tennessee, to see if it is in your future as far as buying a home and living in a new place, these changes are going to be absolutely critical, and you need to know about them before you decide to move to Nashville, Tennessee. Hi, my name is Lorraine Hetherington. I'm a local realtor with Parks Realty, and I lead HetheringtonTeam.com. I have the good fortune of leading a team of luxury agents that specialize in buying and selling homes right here in Nashville, Tennessee. We love all of our clients. Most of them are coming from California, Chicago, New York, even moving from here in Tennessee, but moving to the heart of Nashville. So all kinds of clients. They're so much fun. They're all kind of have the same type A, hard driving, very particular personalities. And we love having the chance to get to know them and their families, and most important, help them get the keys to their next house. So if you know someone who's kicking around the idea of moving to Nashville, Tennessee, we'd be honored for you to just give them our name or give them the channel's name and have them text or call us. We'd love the opportunity to help them in any way that we can. And when they come to town, we'll block off a couple of days in our calendar to get them into these great neighborhoods to make sure that we can find the perfect fit for them. We're all about helping you buy a house, get a fresh start, and live your best life yet. Today, we want to do a deep dive into the 4 big changes coming to Nashville, Tennessee. The number 1 change is Nashville is about to see an explosive, huge demand on housing. As a matter of fact, the National Association of Realtors listed Nashville, Tennessee as the number 7 city in the entire United States with pent-up housing demand. So of course, that's mainly due to a lot of people moving to the city. We've got 100 people a day moving to Nashville, Tennessee, or the Davidson County area, and still more moving south of Nashville into the Franklin, Tennessee area. So we've got a huge number of people that are flocking to this area because they know what a great place it is to live. But then we've also got, because of the high interest rates, all of these buyers that have quietly quit. They haven't said they're out of the game, but they have said that they are pausing their search until rates go down. So those people are again re-entering the housing market. So a lot of people are searching for homes, and you want to make sure that you're at the top of the pyramid and that you get your first pick so you can find your dream home here in Nashville, Tennessee. As a realtor of 21 years, I can tell you right now, some of the biggest challenges that we have here in Nashville is, even though we don't have state income tax, and that helps people keep more of what they're earning, our houses in general are more expensive. We have a lot of people move here from California and they're like, oh, this is like California prices. But then we drill down on the other things, such as our property taxes, extremely low, probably 25% of what our people in California are currently paying. Our cost of living, the cost of utilities, the cost of gas and groceries, everything's a lot lower. So it kind of helps balance out the relatively high sticker price for the price of homes. But what I really see is just the challenge with the lower price points. Affordable housing is just really hard here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're talking about the 300 to 600. That's a very difficult place to place people because we just don't have enough houses in the areas that a lot of people want to live. What we are seeing is a couple of ways around that. Number 1, people are just really saving and finding more money to put down on the down payment so they can afford to stretch a little bit beyond their comfort zone to get into that great neighborhood so they don't have to move again. Another thing we're seeing, people are just saying, listen, my budget is my budget, and if I have to scale back on one thing, I'm going to scale back on size. So they may be a family from, say, Chicago, Illinois, and they are moving here thinking that they're going to get a 4-bedroom, 3 full bath, 3,000 square foot house with a 3-car garage for $600,000, and they're now saying, no, I'm going to get a lot less for about $300,000 more. So what some of those families are doing is they are scaling back on their expectations and scaling back on what exactly they know will be reality. Maybe it's not a big home, maybe it's a smaller home in a great neighborhood or even a townhome. We always tell people in Nashville, because the price of our homes keep going up and there's unfortunately no end in sight to that, try to just get on the train, meaning find a smaller home in maybe a neighborhood that you're not completely in love with, but at least get your family here and get you started developing equity. It's easier for you to move up the train and move up to the next train and next bigger house once you're here already building equity. So you either are going to have to adjust your budget or adjust your expectations, or maybe both, to be able to get into a great house here in Nashville, Tennessee. Going into the whole housing pent-up demand, the big key component is interest rate. What's going to happen with interest rates today? Well, of course, no one but the Fed knows for sure, but we are now expecting at least 3 interest rates declines this year, but they're going to be longer to get here. A lot of people very smart and in the influencer world of as far as finances, they really believe that our first real significant drop in interest rates won't be until July. Well, that's a little bit of a challenge because our schools here in Nashville, Tennessee, it's the South, so we start our schools earlier. So if our school is the first or second week in August, we need to be in contract on a house by July. So I think the bottom line is more people, you're just gonna have to get comfortable, unfortunately, being uncomfortable for a little bit. What I've been doing with some of my buyers is I'm like, okay, here's the $1 million house, here's how much your down payment is, and your interest rate at 6.5, 6.6. Let's look at same thing that you're gonna refi to say 5.2 in a year. What does that mean for your payment? And it's dropping significantly, sometimes $800 to $900. So you just have to get through this period and do what you can to be able to get placed into a home, because rents here in Nashville, Tennessee are extraordinarily expensive. So instead of spending $30,000 to $40,000 a year on a rental, maybe look at recasting your loan or refinancing so you can make the payments better down the road for you and your family. The number 2 big change coming to Nashville, Tennessee in 2024 is our Nashville International Airport going through a major reconstruction, and it's absolutely going to be beautiful. If you haven't had the opportunity to fly into Nashville, you're in for a real treat when you land here in Nashville, Tennessee. The airport is absolutely gorgeous. The terminal has had an amazing facelift with a brand new 200,000 square foot grand lobby. Now, this whole airport renovation started way back in 2017. It's dubbed the BNA Vision Renovation Project. We're just now starting to see things come together. And some of the big things you'll notice as a traveler and as someone wanting to move to Nashville, Tennessee, is there's 14 additional security lines. And in the last few months, there's now a freestanding 8-gate satellite concourse, which is a major milestone. We are also adding more direct flights here in Nashville. In 2024, Southwest has announced that they are expanding and again, offering more direct flights, which is such a bonus. But with all of these great changes, the caveat, a little bit more traffic. So you've heard the old airport rule, get to the airport an hour before you leave, 2 hours or 3 hours for international flights. If you're traveling in and out of Nashville, you need to back time that, because we have this crush of people going to the airport and even at 6 a.m. So I highly recommend, even with the amazing changes going on to BNA, plan your travel so you are at the airport an hour and a half in advance, because you don't want to miss your flight. The number 3 change, you're going to love this. It's called East Bank Development. It is a brand new development that's been in the works for years, and it's hundreds of acres along the East Bank and Cumberland River. It will be the largest single redevelopment project in Nashville's history. So everybody local is super jazzed up about this redevelopment. It is dubbed Imagine East Bank, with more than 50 acres of parks along the river and over 10 miles of connected greenway. Today, East Bank is comprised mostly of asphalt parking lots, industrial and commercial uses, and Nissan Stadium. But the area of this new redevelopment will be a total of 550 acres. Metro owns about 130 of that 550-acre site. It is a great opportunity to simply reshape and just light a fire in our downtown urban core, and we are so excited. You will have boat docks, bridges, and the soon-to-be new Nissan Stadium. The stadium, of course, is staying downtown. The new stadium is going to take about 33 months to complete. The old stadium then will just be flipped and turned into parks. There will be about 1,500 residential units within East Bank. Some will be affordable housing. There will be a 15-acre high-density mixed-use development with stores. And what this means is the area directly across the river from downtown Nashville is about to undergo a major facelift, and it will be great for the city. But what it means short-term for you, if you are working downtown or near that East Bank development, add some more travel time, because it's going to be a construction zone for at least the next 2.5 years. The number 4 big change coming to Nashville, we have more and more beautiful upscale upscale hotels moving to Nashville. Captioned by Hyatt Nashville is set to open early next year. The Ritz-Carlton is a luxury hotel with 240 rooms coming to Nashville July of 2026. It'll be in the Sobro neighborhood. Other hotels coming, the Printing House, which is a full-service upscale hotel coming to downtown. It'll open this summer. Canopy by Hilton and Homewood Suites, all coming to the Gulch in downtown. So what this means is this great inflection of high-end, more luxury hotels. If you are a seasoned investor and it's your dream to have an Airbnb, a luxe Airbnb here in Nashville, know that the landscape is changing. Our rules are changing significantly for short-term rentals or Airbnbs, and you're in direct competition for some really bougie hotels and more being added into the infrastructure. So if you're an investor looking to buy in Nashville, one thing I highly recommend is paying attention to, hey, where can I buy where it makes sense to turn it into more of a long-term rental, or perhaps a 90 to 6 month, 90-day or 6-month rental instead of just your overnight Airbnb, because there's about to be a lot more competition for you. So to recap, 4 major changes right now happening in 2024 here in Nashville. Number 1, it's the 7th largest city for pent-up housing demand. We also have big changes coming to the airport, East Bank, which is that area right in downtown. And last but not least, we're adding more and more upscale luxury boutique hotels. So lots of changes that will all really directly and in some cases indirectly affect housing. So if you're thinking about moving to Nashville, Tennessee, hop on a call with us. We'd love the opportunity to tell you about the different areas and the different options for you and your family. Our real estate team really focuses on helping people buy and sell homes here in Nashville, Tennessee. Unfortunately, we don't really do a lot of rentals. We can help you direct you to areas that you might want to rent in, but that's not our wheelhouse. Our wheelhouse is helping people buy and sell homes. We do it all day long, and we've helped more than 1,000 people move. So we'd be so honored to hop on a call with you or one of your friends who's thinking about moving to Nashville. You can text us or simply get on a call, whatever is easiest for you. We're all about helping you buy a house, get a fresh start, and live your best life yet. Thanks so much for spending time with us. We'll see you next week.